You can use your free reload right now. Alright, so we're gonna chill here for a few turns. Because we used a lot of abilities. And I don't want to immediately run into enemies while waiting for this. Now, if the enemies want to walk into the vision, that's fine.
You have such blind hatred for us. We cannot understand it. Our intentions for your world were never hostile. They are still not. You are a part of us.
They actually expect us to buy any of this?
More distrust. Perhaps we would find more reassurance in our words if... So many lives risked to bring you back to them, Commander. And for what? More violence, more war, more death. Truly, you were meant for something more than this.
Oh no, affirmative. Covering
I don't know, man. You know, there are people who have given theories that the commander is possibly an elder. And we'll see if that crazy theory ends up true.
Commander. Advent forces are hitting back hard. Our people are holding their own, but it's not looking good. Whatever we're gonna do, we better do it fast.
Advent offered your people hope. A brighter future. To be something greater. But still, you refuse. What more can we offer you than the greatest gift of all? So
Hey, use the avatar.
needlessly resisting, fighting your ascension to something greater. And yet here you are, just as we had envisioned. In your efforts to prevent the Avatar's creation, you have followed the path we set forth, truly exceeding even our own lofty expectations, Commander.
Shut them out, Commander. More alien lives.
Do you truly believe that to be the case?
You are our greatest adversary. You are our avatar. You can lead our armies and save your world. Return to us. There can be no more delay.
Though I find the possibilities proposed by the creature intriguing, I believe we have passed the point of rational discourse.
We didn't come here to talk.
Yeah, take it down.
Your persistence is admirable, but tired. It is time to accept the path laid out before you.
Return to us. You will once our greatest asset against this world. It can be so once again.
No, I'm pretty chill. I'm pretty alright with not doing that. Okay. Where is my sniper? You need to get to the high ground.
Going up.
Yeah, a lightning hands the Archon so I can finish it off. Because while I have a chance to do 10 to 11, 10 to 12 damage, I don't trust it. Also, how many turns does it get locked in there? I think it's only like one, right? Hold on, let me look at the text thing here. Void Conduit. Trap a humanoid in a psionic prison, immobilizing them for multiple actions and transferring their health to the Templar. Ah. Wow. Well, I mean, it's going to die. Because we're just not fans of anything the elders try to do.
Let's do this. Rolling F. Copy that.
All right, we're gonna rapid fire this Archon in the back. Come on, crits! Come on, crits! I believe in us! That works. Now, I don't know where the other avatars are gonna come from. There are a lot of places they can show up, so we're just gonna hope. We're gonna hope.
Target neutralized.
That poor avatar, though. First turn we encounter it, it's gone. It's dead. Never had a chance. Ever.
Getting it done.
Okay. Let's see what kind of trouble we have today. Oh no, not sectoids! I'm hearing not alien speech. Oh boy. Okay. Those are not good. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna exterminate the sectoids.
Target neutralized.
They have to die. I love that the sectoids are like the only ones with a melee vulnerability. It's just kind of randomly tacked on in there.
Target down.
Alright, if I go to here, I will be able to see the chrysalids and deal with them appropriately. Maybe. There they are.
Hit the armor.
Ooh, we used a lot of focus with that. I didn't realize that. Holy crap. Okay, we gotta get some. Right. Void Conduit takes 2 focus. Gotta watch out for that.
Will do.
Alright, the best place we could probably go to is this middle area.
Over there.
Overwatch.
Just for the sake of having a little bit more flexibility
I'm all over.
with where we're shooting at. Come on, you can take it out. 100%.
Check it before you get too close. Guns dry.
And then just in case they try to do anything funky, Dimensional Rift. Now I'm assuming Dimensional Rift is going to be more like a trap. Like the chrysalids are going to come in, and then we're gonna hurt them. That's what I want.
They're bringing in reinforcements on it.
Woo! There's the avatar. Oh, please don't go too far. Thank God. Yeah. Ah, damn it. But now we're poisoned. Oh, we got a little bit of it. Chrysalid on the right, however, fucked us up. Asshole. Okay. I need a clear shot. But I don't see the avatar. If I can shoot the avatar, we can possibly get it to teleport. I could also do something like this. Because we know it's generally around here. Seriously, I'm not hearing the chryssalid right in front of me? That's annoying.
Rip them to shreds.
Rip them to shreds! There you are! You fell into my trap, buddy! You fell into my trap! You see, we don't have Mystic here for her usual purpose, which is to run in and slay everything. No, she's here to keep them held down, so they have no chance in hell to survive. Alright. What do we got for you? How about a lovely fanfire?
Watch close.
Alright. Yeah, we can dead-eye this Archon. Get out of here.
Hostile target down.
Now, we do have a slight problem. And the problem is there's like 5 enemies off screen that we can't see right now. And we're pretty much out of free reloads, so that's especially annoying.
Hostile terminated.
We're gonna chill over here.
I'm on it.
What could we do? I'm gonna mind control one of these codexes. Just so that way it has a chance to get shot at. And we also get vision of what lays beyond. Alright, the mutons. Ugh. Do I have any free reloads left? Okay, I do. We're gonna save it, because who knows what's gonna end up happening. I'm just gonna... Oh, I can't overwatch, right. Never mind.
Plenty for everyone.
Oh yeah, she needs heals. So she doesn't just die to poison. But with only one avatar remaining, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine.
Affirmative, covering now.
Hunker down.
In cover.
Got it covered.
I'm gonna hunker down. I expect the codexes to launch a psionic bomb at me, so I might as well not waste a free reload.
Moving on our position.
Oh my god, that's a lot of Andromedons. Yeah. How did that miss? I mean, obviously, you know, the percentage-based rolling didn't work in our favor, but physically the bullets went through it. Uh-oh. What happens if they hit a codex that I own? Will it duplicate itself and the duplicate won't be under my control? Hey! Excuse you? That's actually slightly inconvenient. That's fine with me, whatever. Oh boy. That is a fuckload of enemies in one area. Can I get over there from here? Not really. You see, if I can get up to this position, that'd be really good.
Moving to position.
I gotta take what I can get.
Grappling.
Alright. We have a shitload of enemies over here, and I want them all to die. Let's see. We have a bunch of them in a line. This thing can go pretty straight, or if you slightly veer it, you can cover 2 lanes worth. So that's what I'm hoping for. That's what we're gonna bank on. Alright, how many people can I hit with this Null Lance? Looks like... not enough for what I wanted, but that's fine, whatever. We're gonna hit 4 of them with a Null Lance. I am not losing sleep. Hey everybody! So, I'm going to kill you all. I'm gonna make sure that we kill this Archon. Just sitting there panicking. Alright, and everything else can get sniped at. Wait, hold on. Codex at 13. Can I do something about this? Like, say, a flanking shot?
Seems doable.
With good crits? Nice.
Did you see that one? Ammo, I'm spent.
Should move everybody, though. I just remember that there's 3 Andromedons behind us.
Okay, I'll go.
Alright, so we had an avatar come from here. Statistically, I would like it to come from this other side now. Or at least the last avatar, but we'll see.
Contacts pacified.
Sure, whatever, I guess. Can I combat protocol it? Oh, hell yeah. Bye. I just didn't want to deal with it.
Hidden away. The helmet is covered now. Rock and roll! Overwatch. I'll keep it under watch.
Yep, there you go. Third avatar popped up on the left side.
Coming in.
I think. Maybe not.
Is on the ground.
No, it's an avatar. Good. Well, unfortunately for this avatar, it is in a really inconvenient position for itself. And me.
I fail in my efforts. My flank is exposed.
And here come the 3 Andromedons to kind of ruin our day. But it's fine, because any damage we take doesn't matter. Oh god. Ooh. That has some fucking range, dude. Holy shit. Ow. Holy fuck. I think we're gonna lose Chris Burns.
They're bringing in reinforcements.
Oh boy.
I need a medkit here.
All right, that one hurt.
Look at all the sectoids, holy shit! Okay. Obviously, it's not a good thing that we used a good bit of our resources, but this is fine. Do I have a free reload still? I do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run and gun up to here.
I'm coming for you.
And we're gonna dedicate all of our resources to ensuring that this asshole dies. Alright. Chain shot. 99%. Okie dokes, Avatar, let's see where you want to teleport. Oof. That's a bad position for you, buddy. Alright. How much damage does it do? 10 to 11? Oh, I was hoping Habika... It'd be so poetic if Habika could finish off the Avatar. But... Once again, it's all up to a ranger to save the world. Come on, Emily Jones. Let's end this off right.
They've got eyes on me. X-ray neutralized.
Without the Elder stabilizing the psionic network, everything's going haywire. That gate's not gonna hold much longer.
You heard her! Shen, tell me you've got a plan B here. Nice work.
Wasn't anything on my end. This shouldn't even be possible. Unless...
Commander, whatever it is you're doing, it's working. Just make sure you save enough juice for your own trip home. Commander, you okay? We just lost contact.
Don't worry, Central. It's just the elders trying to get one last word in.
What the hell is happening here, Doctor?
It's the elders. They're overwhelming our link, enveloping the commander's consciousness.
Then sever the connection!
We do that, we risk a complete overload.
We will reclaim what was given. We will be whole once more. Now! Your victory here means the end for all others. It will follow you as it followed us. You are not ready.
We're not.
Must not fail.
But we'll give it a good old college try.
Vitals stabilizing. Synaptic activity returning to acceptable levels.
And one transdimensional psionic network down for the count.
Mission accomplished, Commander.
Whew! And there you go! We have beaten our Legend Ironman campaign.
Broadcasting on all frequencies. Advent is in full retreat across all areas.
Heavy fighting continues in the city's centers as Advent forces attempt to regroup.
We're barely keeping up with the flood of refugees here, as people continue to desert the Advent-controlled city centers.
Full curfew remains in effect as the administration deals with the ongoing crisis.
To all of you in the occupied zones, hold your ground. Continue the fight. We promise you, help is on the way.
I want this guy to be our, like, first ranger if XCOM 3 ever comes out. I want him to just hit things with bats. Oh no, they're coming from the breach! Whatever will happen, I don't know.
What next?
We finally come in from the cold.
Brothers and sisters, welcome home.
With the psionic network down, the core is even stronger. Gather everyone. Our time is short. We won but a battle. Now the real war begins.
I like how the Templars have, like, the more important cutscene out of everything there. It's just like, oh yeah, by the way, There's this giant fucking purple light coming from the ocean. The Templars are the ones paying attention to it, I guess. Alright, so that was our campaign, our Legend Iron Man campaign for XCOM 2 War of the Chosen, and that was a very interesting campaign. Obviously, you know, towards the end there, we got into the familiar rhythm of the XCOM 2 endgame, where things kind of get super easy, since, like, if every single person on your squad's a colonel, half of them can fight entire groups of enemies just by themselves. But that's fine. We killed 1,447 aliens, but we lost a lot of soldiers on the flip side. We lost so many. Oh my god, 36. Oh man. That's pretty ridiculous. I think that's the most soldiers I've ever lost in a mission, or like in a campaign, because usually if I'm losing like that many people, I lost the campaign way, way earlier, but we pushed on, we persevered for this one. So we got kill the Chosen, days to kill the first Chosen. That took a while. I play it safe. I like to play a little bit safe for things. What else? Soldiers who saw action, 49. Days to first colonel, 266. It took me a while. Number of colonels, 14. Trained 2 psionic soldiers. I like how the average for the world's 2. People are just like, I don't really need 5 or 10 psionic soldiers. That'd be ridiculous. Although I did have 2 magi, which I think is like a higher rank for the psionic soldiers. That's interesting. I barely really had them up, but they got up there, I suppose. Okay. How much did we get? We got 12,000 supplies collected from supply depots versus 719. I don't know if I can trust this particular stat. What? Supplies earned from the black market. Yeah, these don't add up. There's no way people got statistically just 719 supplies from the supply depot and then got more supplies from the black market anyways. Although damn, apparently I'm behind on intel collection. Tut tut. Okay, well that was fun. That was a very interesting campaign. Obviously, you know, it's interesting because in the last Legend Iron Man attempt that I did, the Let's Play for that didn't show the fact that I had failed 2 other attempts, just like kind of what happened with this one, because the footage got corrupted for that. That was probably anywhere between like 10 to 15 parts of videos that just I couldn't use because the video was so corrupt. It would just be like epilepsy and scratching noises, and that's not something you can post. But this time around, you guys got to see me get my butt kicked in the early game really, really hard. And some of that was really, like, that was just RNG. I do a lot of, like, boneheaded things. I do a lot of rushing forward and not putting my people in heavy cover. Especially because, you know, now that we've played XCOM 2 so much, I'm a lot more confident in what I can try and get my people to do as long as they land their shots. So I leave a lot of my people in light cover or out in the open, and that's risky as hell. You shouldn't do that if you're trying to play for the ultimate level of safety. But it worked out for us for the most part. Not really so much in the early game, but yeah, even early game, like the campaign that failed where the Warlock just kicked my ass in the first retaliation mission. I go in there, I shoot the hell out of them, and I just miss. I'm missing like 80% flanking shots over and over and over again, and he just lives. And yeah, no, XCOM can sometimes get a bit ridiculous with that, but we made it. We made it all the way to the end, pushed through, lost some good soldiers, lost some really potentially great soldiers, like that the other Templar who had Bladestorm. Oh my god, he would have been just the mandatory B team guy had he survived his first fucking mission. He did so much work, and then the enemies just kept showing up. Oh gosh. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I think that, you know, I think I still have the same opinions that I did at the end of our Commander playthrough of War of the Chosen, where it would be nice if, you know, War of the Chosen adds so much, but it also feels like it doesn't add enough. You know, you deal with the Chosen, and when they're gone, they're gone. You get some neat weapons and toys to play with that, like, really do drastically improve your characters, especially their snipers. The snipers get the best one, hands down. And then next to that's the sword that never misses. That's pretty awesome as well. They're pretty right neck to neck. But the sniper that only takes a single action to fire, pretty amazing. You basically have a permanent serial as long as all the enemies are on the lower ground, and that's pretty great. But the end game is always XCOM's weakest part, because your guys are so good, you can go through a lot of missions without taking damage. And most of the times that I did take damage, it's because I was being boneheaded. If you fight squads one by one in XCOM, at the end game, you're gonna stomp them. There's nothing they can do. You have to run into like 3 to 4 squads at once in order to have a really big threat in the end game, which is weird. Now you can mod these things, and in the last attempt, or the last time I did the Legend Ironman playthrough, I modded it, but people got really mad at me for it, because they're like, oh, you're cheating, because now, even though you've like tripled the amount of enemies and you're dealing with like 30 to 40 enemies a mission, you gave yourself 2 extra soldiers to have a little bit more fun and bring more people around. And I'm like, nah. Right? I only started doing it because I already reached the point where I was stomping on everything anyways. But, gosh, no, I'm hoping that with XCOM 3, which I'm pretty confident is gonna happen. I think with XCOM 3, I'm hoping that we'll have a lot of lessons learned from this, especially from all the mods that have come out, because there are a lot of mods out there, and you can tell which ones show what things aren't liked about XCOM 2. It's like, oh, hey, a lot of people would like to have a hell of a lot more information given to them, so you have mods that will show you if you're about to step out into an enemy's line of sight. A lot of those things aren't really there for XCOM 2 things, except for it being really, like, inconveniently there. Like, oh, you have to hold Alt, or you have to like look at the enemy's health bar, but if they're around the corner really far, it's kind of a bitch. No, you get a mod and it shows you just on the screen, here's an orange box that tells you that you're going to be spotted. Things like that. So I have faith in XCOM 3. I'm going to hope that it comes out with all the cool shit from the get-go. I want to continue having the Reaper or the Skirmishers or the Templars. Maybe a little bit of tweaks here or there. The Templar can be pretty super necessary for I think Legend with some of the scenarios that can end up happening. But obviously, you know, we played through the game without Templars and things were fine. It is definitely super amusing, the shift. I didn't like Templars too much in, you know, the Commander playthrough because I didn't realize how effective they were until towards the end. Then you realize, wow, it's great having a soldier that can run up to an enemy, stab it in the face for 10 to 13 damage, and then just parry so it doesn't take any damage. And you can just keep doing it over and over. Oh, it has Blade Storm too, so then the enemy tries to move away and it dies because you follow up your 10 to 13 damage with another 10 to 13 damage. And no, that's great. I like having a lot more choices like that for unique hero units. So definitely hope we get a little bit more of that at the beginning, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did like a EA with Sims kind of thing where you know the thing existed in the past, but they just didn't put it in the base game because they're like, we'll stick with our normal basic classes. Or they're going to integrate certain things from those classes into the main classes so that you don't have to worry about them too much. But I think it'd be good because obviously it wouldn't make sense if, like, say the Skirmishers disappeared. Skirmishers, you have basically an entirely different species here now on Earth, and gonna need to do something about that, you know, in terms of like having them in your forces. And then you have the Templars, an entire force of supremely powerful psychic soldiers. Wouldn't make sense if they just disappeared. And then you have the Stalkers, or the Reapers. If they kind of vanished, that would make a little bit of sense, but no, I like them too. They changed one of the more annoying parts of the game for the better. I really didn't like stealthing in base XCOM 2, because you could walk up to a corner and then get spotted by an enemy that was around the corner, which was frustrating, because if you got there first, then they don't see you go up to the corner. And so at that point, it's a lot of just arbitrary shit. Whereas with the Reaper, you can go up to a corner, and unless the enemy is right fucking at the corner, they're not gonna see you. And you can get ridiculous and walk up like a tile, like 2 tiles away from an enemy and be fine, as long as they don't walk towards your guy. Maybe don't need it to get to like that ridiculous of an overpowered level, because I kind of felt like it ended up being like really necessary to have it. Information is such an important part of XCOM, because if you can see where every single enemy is, wow, you can make some much better decisions. Still, yeah, XCOM 3, I want all the cool things to be back. Now, in terms of, some people ask me if I'm going to do like another modded like playthrough of XCOM 2. I think at this point I've done 4 playthroughs of XCOM 2, and I think I should probably stop and focus on other things. Maybe in the future, if XCOM 3 ever gets like announced, maybe I'll do the Long War mods for Enemy Unknown, or rather Enemy Within and XCOM 2. But those are like a time investment, and they're also like brutally hard a little bit. I tried to play the XCOM 2 Long War mod on like normal difficulty, and within like 2 or 3 missions, everybody would just be dead. And I started, you know, I eventually got to the point where I'd get past that, and then I'm like, yeah, I'll wait for later. But it's a different kind of game. It's Long War's for people who are like, you know, my favorite part of XCOM, having my ass handed to me, and then they have an entire mod dedicated to that. So maybe one day I'll play through that, but I think for now, I had fun playing through XCOM 2 4 different times. Think we're probably better off. I want to see what we can get with XCOM 3. Oh, you know what? This time around, because I disabled the integration thing, I was able to play the other DLC stuff, or at least the other DLC missions for Shen's Last Gift, and you know I was gonna say Monster Hunter, but the Valen mission where you go in and run into the King Viper. Those are interesting. I like those missions. I wish we had gotten a little bit more, like, you know, 2 missions per DLC. Or even like 3 for the ruler one. It would have been nice if I got introduced to all 3 of the rulers in like their own dedicated missions. Because otherwise, running into them into the field felt too random and unnecessary. And I kicked their butt every single time, because by the time I ran into them, it was endgame. Had it been more early game by the time I activated them, no, I just die. I just lose a whole lot. But they're alright missions, and they expand a little bit more on like the side characters, which definitely wasn't really there for the XCOM 2 base campaign. Having Valen be expanded a little bit more, and having Shen be expanded a little bit more, both Shens, since that Shen's the last name, both of them. I think Shen's the last name for both of them, right? Shen's Last Gift. Yeah. No, I always enjoy when there's just a little bit more here and there, a little bit more of character development for things, or a little bit more of depth for things. I'd like to actually have much more interesting overworld mechanics than what was in this one. I felt like XCOM Enemy Unknown / Enemy Within was a little bit more interesting to play, just because of the air combat thing. Even though that one was awkward, it gave you a little bit more to do than just press scan on the map and wait, and wait, and wait, and wait. But at least, I guess, you know, in comparison, XCOM 2 has a lot more things that you're just kind of like constantly rolling out for upgrades. Whereas Enemy Unknown, Enemy Within didn't feel like that as much, even though you technically still were always kind of like progressing and progressing and progressing. It just felt like things meant more immediately in this than in XCOM Enemy Unknown / Enemy Within. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this Let's Play. I'm going to put, a few people asked me, I have a list of all the mods that I use down in the description, as well as a link to download the character import files for most of the characters that I have in this Legend Ironman campaign, and then a good chunk of the people who are in my Commander War the Chosen playthrough, as well as a few other ones who were there beforehand. So if you were interested in that stuff, and you're still here in me watching the credits and talking about stuff, that's down there below. And hopefully, you know, hopefully you guys can get some fun out of that. Try not to get me killed, or try not to get all the other war heroes killed, because boy oh boy, Dumont has been through a lot. Even though we weren't able to get him this time around, that was sad. We almost had him, and then I quit out of the game without saving, and it reset the roll, which sucked. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this Let's Play, and we'll see you guys later.